Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're all having a lovely day. So for today's video I've got the first video in a 3-part mini-series reviewing all of the new BH Cosmetics Remix Dance palettes. So today we're going to be starting with the 80s and then we'll go to 90s and the 2000s. I thought these were really cute. To start off with I wasn't too sure, but I kept looking at them and I was thinking, oh, I kind of need them. So they come in a little cardboard sleeve and the packaging on the sleeve is exact same as on the actual palette. And when you open it up you have a little plastic slip protecting them, and this is what the inside of the palette looks like. They're very large pans. I'm so glad because previously the only other BH Cosmetics palettes I have tried is the Flower Power one, which they released not too long ago, but the actual pan size, hold it up here, the actual pan size in these palettes are tiny. This one cost 12 and this cost 18, but look at, I was really shocked. I thought it would be small, but I wasn't expecting these ones to be that small. But yeah, you get really large size pans in this. So there's 15 colours altogether. There are 12 mattes and then there's 3 shimmers down the road. You've got a wide range. This is more of a rainbow brights as it is the 80s themed. It's quite a bright palette, but you've got like deepening shades, you've got your blending shades. It's kind of organised in like a colour story, colour rose. And some of the names on here, we've got Love Shack, Conga, Chameleon, Wake Me Up, Sweet Dreams, Thriller, all classic 80s songs. And I wasn't born till the 2000s, but I definitely know all these. So I think we should start by swatching it. I'll swatch it row by row. So this is the first row. We've got Call Me, Love Shack, Kiss, Conga and Spin Me. These are all the pinky purpley tones. Quite impressed with these. There's only one swipe. They're all quite pigmented. I think they will work better over a tacky base. They felt a little powdery, not so creamy. So this is the next row. It's more of the bluey green row. So we have Chameleon, Wake Me Up, Sweet Dreams, Man Eater and Straight Up. I feel like these swatched better than the pinky ones. They're not as streaky, and that shimmer in the middle is kind of blue brown and has a bit of green in it. It's beautiful. This is the last row of the palette. So we've got In the Groove, Super Freak, Virgin, Lip Sealed and Thriller. Again, these all swatch pretty well. The shimmer is absolutely amazing. It looks wet. The yellow in the Groove was a little bit chalky, a little bit powdery. So I've just started by priming my eyes with a little bit of the P. Louise base in the shade 0.5. And I just patted that over the top. I've got a slight idea of what I want to do, but I'm still not entirely sure. So I'm going to go in with the shade Super Freak on a PC22 and I'm just going to start by stamping that in my inner corner. So far, it's very pigmented straight up and it is coming through as bright as it is in the pan. So I'm just going to buff this brush off and then I'm going to lightly blend around the edges of where I've just placed that shade. Next, I'm going to go back in with Super Freak and a bit of Thriller and just mix them together on the same PC22 brush, and I'm just going to pack it in. So I'm going to go back in with Super Freak and just blend where those colours meet a bit more. So far, as I've only actually used 2 shades, I feel like these are blending really well. Like I haven't taken a lighter shade to buff those out, I've just done it by wiping off my brush and going over the edges, and I feel like they're blending really seamlessly together. So I've got another PC22. This is clean, it's just stained from when I used a blue eyeshadow. And I'm going to go in with the shade Spin Me, some more of a purple, and I'm just going to pack that on outer corners and just start winging it a bit. I'm just going to buff my brush off and then I'm going to blend out all the edges again. Next I'm going to go in the shade Straight Up. I'm just going to work by pressing that along my lash line and kind of merging that into the purple a bit. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a PC38 and the same shade Straight Up, and I'm going to start running that underneath my lower lash line and then connecting it into the wing. Then with a PC47 and the shade Love Shack, I'm going to pack that on my inner corner and blend it into the blue. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go back through all my shades, re-intensify them, re-blend them out, and I'll be back to pop a shimmer on the lid. So I'm back, I've just re-intensified all the colours, and now I'm going to get a little bit of the P. Louise base, not much, because I don't want it to be super precise. I'm just going to tap it on just the centre of both my eyelids, just to make it a little bit tacky for the shimmer. I'm going to go in with the shade Virgin, which is that really bright white. It feels creamy, but also almost looks a bit flaky, crumbly on my finger. So I'm just going to pop it on my finger. It's almost got like a silver reflect. So I'm going to blend that in with the shades that I used for the crease. So that is the shade Super Freak on the inner corners. And then with the shade Spin Me on the outside. Right, so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to try attempt to put some lashes on, maybe put something in my waterline, and I'll be back with my final thoughts. So, what do I think to the palette? I actually really like this palette. Some people probably think it's going to be quite a basic palette, and yeah, it is a basic rainbow palette. There's loads and loads of rainbow palettes out there. I love a rainbow palette. As I've been pushing myself into doing more creative and colourful, I found that I've got an addiction for rainbow palettes. I just want to collect more. It's not very good. But for a beginner as well, I feel like it's not too expensive, especially for the size of the pans you get. These are huge. There's so much product in them. But because you've got different colour stories like all lined up, so you can like deepen and blend, and you've got a shimmer to match those mattes. I really like the matte to shimmer ratio. I personally prefer more mattes in a palette than shimmers. I have loads of loose pigments, and my dream would just to have an all matte palette and then just mix it with all my loose pigments. So I think they blended pretty well. I did have a slight issue here blending the purple, but I think that was me. But you've got pigment, even when you blended them out, the pigment stayed, it didn't disappear. So there's a slight glitter fallout on my face, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I would recommend this. I really like this. It makes me really excited to try out the other ones as well. And I can't wait to do more looks with this. I've got so many ideas of stuff I want to do. So definitely check out my Instagram, which is @LottieLoves. So that's Lottie_loves with 2 S's at the end, because there will definitely be more looks with this coming up. I love it. I'm so happy I got this. I was debating picking these up for ages. I don't think I mentioned this, but at the top of the palette it just says girls just want to have fun, and then in brackets shadows, which I thought was a nice little touch. So that is the end of the review. I hope you liked and enjoyed. Leave down any comments below of what you think to the palette. Let me know if you've tried it and if you think the same things, if you really enjoy it, or if after this video has kind of changed your mind if you want to get the palette. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hope you have a good day. Bye.